Welcome to Steele Nazz, Mass Music Radio's Pioneer Podcast. We're located in Quincy Point at the Mass Music Radio headquarters. On today's New Year's edition episode, we're joined by the man of the people and the creator of the gambling brand Coco's crew. What's going on, Coco?
How's it going, guys? It's a pleasure to have me.
Good, letting it rip today. Tonight we'll sit down with Quincy's own here and reflect on the best and the worst things that happened in the past decade in the sports and TV world. A new year marks the beginning of the NFL playoffs with Wild Card Weekend coming in hot. We'll deliver you our picks and analysis for this week's matchups both in the AFC and NFC, including how we think the New England Patriots can flip the script after an excruciating loss to the Miami Dolphins last week in Week 17 to bounce them out of the bye week. We'll also have our takes and predictions for the college football playoff title game between LSU, Joe Burrow versus Clemson. And lastly, we'll have our usual segments on the Steel Salute, Magic Mike's Minute, and My Bonehead of the Week. All right, let's get it started, boys. What's going on? Coco.
Welcome to 2020, by the way.
Yeah, it's 20
It's a new decade.
We made it. At least we made it.
We made it. It was questionable coming down to the wire in 2019, but we fucking made it.
Yeah.
Made it.
What an ugly year.
Ugly decade.
Fair.
So Coco, tell me a little bit about this Coco's crew thing. On Twitter, is it at Coco underscore crew?
Yeah, it's at Coco X Crew on Twitter.
Okay.
And it started about a year ago. And I don't know how familiar you guys are with gambling Twitter, but it can be a pretty dark place. It's filled with a bunch of
Ugly, man.
phonies and frauds who they call themselves touts, and believe it or not, people pay these people for their picks. And I don't know why you'd give someone else money to give you picks that aren't even guaranteed to win.
Big shout out to Stuart Fider.
Yeah, Stu, the source. He's different. He's the pioneer of the handicapping industry. But these guys that call themselves touts on Twitter, they're lowlifes. They probably live in their parents' basements, and they make a quick buck off people who really don't know what they're doing when it comes to gambling. They come out with these max bomb, lock of the year, 50-unit plays, and they don't take any credibility when it loses. And people are dumb enough to tail these and then lose all their money.
See me at my best, see me at my worst. That's kind of
right exactly. There. So I kind of started Coco's crew to kind of do the opposite of what these guys are doing, kind of expose these people for who they are. I just want to give the people free picks, never charge anyone a dime, give them free analysis from myself, and just honestly just share my thoughts and opinions on sports and gambling because it's two things that I love and put them together. I mean, it's one of my favorite hobbies.
I see the fucking people. Yeah. Man of the people.
I see these in-depth, like, you're on your notepad on, like, on your phone, and you're typing in these whole previews and stuff. Just tell me what goes into that and, like, just, like, stuff you've seen before or you just, like, doing some research.
Yeah, I mean, I basically just do my research just by watching teams play, reading up on articles, finding any advantages that I can, and then I kind of just give back to the people and just give them my insight, why I'm back in this play, and it's just to show them I'm not flipping a coin or throwing a dart on this game. I mean, because some people do take that seriously, and it's people's money you're talking about in the end here, and I just want to see people win because Vegas always wins, and it's true. The books make a killing, but I'd like to see the small guy win once in a while.
Yeah. Like what you're saying, people pay for picks. Like you have one shot. The moment you fuck that up for me, I'm out of here.
Yeah. I mean, and it's definitely a love-hate industry. When I'm hot, the followers come flowing in. When I'm cold,
of course.
I won't show. There won't be any love, but I mean, I'm not saying anything is guaranteed here. But I just want to kind of provide for the people and kind of show them that I'm someone who can be trusted.
You gotta stand by your picks though. Stand by the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Win or lose. That's what I've been seeing. Since I've been looking at it like a little bit more now. I've seen you like glorify your loses as much as your wins because you're like, you know what, you're not gonna win every.
Yeah, I mean, you got to take the good with the bad, like you said. I mean, and a lot of these people too, they'll hide their losses, make up records that say they're hitting it like 80% of their bets. I mean, it's not true. No one does that.
Trash. Yeah.
If you could make a living betting professionally, there would be people that do it, and we'd be all making millions here. I mean, if there was a system, but there really isn't. The book always wins. Vegas always wins, but.
So legitimately, you're just a man of the people.
Literally, I'm just
a research.
Yeah,
you're helping us out from the
basically. Yeah, I mean, I've been around long enough in the gambling world to realize, the ins and outs of it, and I kind of want to just, with the growing popularity of sports gambling nowadays, how it's being legalized, a lot of places, a lot of new gamblers coming around, and some of these people probably have no idea what they're doing. So I kind of want to help these people out and put them on the right path and help them get on their feet until they understand what sports gambling's all about.
Just trying to be the next hot shot out there. I like that.
Yeah.
So let me. I know you're a Quincy guy, but I know you're also a Fitchburg State guy.
Oh yeah.
Did that degeneracy kind of grow into you to kind of do this?
It definitely helped. Yeah. I mean,
later factor.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely started here in Quincy. A few of my close friends, we got into it, and then in college, it definitely grew worse because. I mean, all you did in college was drink and watch sports, so I was like, you might as well have some coin on the game and make some money on top of it. I mean,
need that
yeah,
money.
Yeah, exactly. You know, some nights it's like you lose a big game, I'm not going out there. You know, I don't have enough money for the bar anymore, so I'm staying in.
I've been to parties. Yeah, I've been to
Yeah.
parties up there. I've seen some homeless people at parties. It's like, were they betting before and that's why they're homeless? Or
It could be, you know, but
possible.
Fitchburg's not the best place in the world, so I think a lot of those guys made other poor choices that led them there.
Well, you know you're back now with
Yeah,
Quincy, where
yeah.
no one makes any poor choices, right?
Yeah, no, of course not. God's country here.
Exactly. Motherland.
All right, so
I do it.
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
As someone who's never gambled in his life, I've never made a bet, honestly.
Wow, that's
Should I? Can you call me out on Twitter and be like, "This one, Magic Mike Hammer this game"?
I can give you.
I need a flip. I need a quick flip. Like
need
I'm
a
willing
quick
to
flip?
do like
Yeah.
a grand on a guaranteed winner. Is that how it works? Is that possible?
Was that a tease for our NFL playoff segment? Was that a tease?
LSU last week shouldn't it?
I do have a couple favorite bets for this weekend, but
I need
honestly,
like the big money flip bet though. Like
this is
not the guaranteed.
it's a common misconception here. What he's talking about here, and I'll give you. I actually have 3 strategies to how we can get rich in
Ooh, I like
2020.
this.
So
Okay.
I like
Love
that.
it.
I like that.
Love it.
I need.
No,
I'm here
no.
for this.
He did his homework.
I
He
did.
came to play.
Listen in.
so
He's got a book. He's got a Bible. With him right now.
Build
Our director over here is getting his popcorn ready, doing his notes. Yeah.
building off what you just said, you're not going to make any money gambling until you realize that you're not going to get rich overnight. A lot of these,
Oh, he's screwed, yeah.
a lot of people nowadays, they want like the big parlay payout, and it happens once in a while. I'm sure you see all the posts on Instagram and Twitter, people throwing like $1 winning like $5,000. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it happens, but it's
yeah.
the chances of it
yeah.
happening are slim to none.
My friend who just started gambling, I like helped him get a gambling account somehow. But like he went down $100. He's like, why am I losing? He's like, I'm like, because you're doing parlays. You do a parlay when you're down like $500, and you do like a quick 25 one to just try to get all your money back. You're not doing it to like. You got to go straight bets, man. That's how you win money. If you do a parlay and just get like. Take one out of your ass there, like that happens, but like I don't know.
I agree completely. So yeah, getting rich overnight, it's not going to happen. Honestly, sports gambling, it's a marathon. It's not a race. This time's you hot and this time's you cold, and you kind of just got to roll with it. And they don't call me the hottest cold gambler of all time for nothing. So, but that's number one. You got to realize that you're not going to get rich overnight. The straight bets, honestly, more often than not, the play. Avoid the big parlay payouts. Number 2 I have is, if you're going to gamble, have a bankroll. Set aside a limit that you're willing to lose.
I wish Anton was here because he doesn't do that.
It's not fun gambling with money that you don't have, I'll tell you that. And then you're on the run from some people you probably don't want to have to be avoiding.
On the
Yeah,
run.
shout out to it. Yeah, no, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, we shouldn't mention any names on this show. Yeah.
But so yeah, number 2 is set a bankroll, and when you're down, don't chase. That's the worst thing you can do. Some weeks you're gonna lose, some weeks you're gonna win.
So no dump and chase. You just gotta.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that. I mean, that's how you just end up like losing all your money. I mean, you're gonna lose some weeks. You square up with the bookie that week. It's a fresh week. You start new, and then you get hot. You make it back, but you're probably not gonna make it all back at once. So have a bankroll, and only bet what you can lose. Basically, stick to your unit. For people who don't know, a unit's like your typical wager.
Yep.
So if you bet 25, 50, 100, 1,000, stick to your unit. If you're feeling a little confident, maybe 2 or 3 units, but stay away from the max
Units
plays.
are another word for personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And my last tip is, this is a tough one for many degenerate gamblers, but try and limit the amount of wagers you've placed. I've noticed it's been working for me a little bit recently.
I started
kind
doing
of
that
limiting
too.
like what I want to play, like few games a day I really like, instead of just shooting your shot with 10 bets.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, there's no way I can lose all 10. Then all of a sudden you're 0-9 heading into the
Son
night
of a
game,
bitch.
and you need that one bad.
Yeah.
I remember in college, you're like, if you're a degenerate gambler or gamble at all, college is like the high point of like
God.
betting. Whether it's like you can eat, if you win, you eat. If you don't win, like You might owe the guy rent next week,
Yeah,
and you
literally.
might be fucked. But the big thing for me was like I remember one week I looked I made 75 bets in 1 week. Jeez. That's 11 a day.
Yeah,
that's 11 a day.
It's pretty degenerate.
I mean, and
that's horrible math.
There are.
I forgot there's only 7 days in a week.
There are times when it's tough too. I mean, you got March Madness rolls around the round of 64, whatever. You got games from noon to you got games from noon to 10 o'clock at night. How do you not bet on all of them? But
how do you resist
tough.
gambling on a day like that?
That's tough. You just.
That's one of the ones you save up for.
Maybe save up for that one.
You got to prepare for that one.
I mean, I've been there. You kind of got to just don't be an action junkie, you know. Sometimes watch a game without any money on it. It sucks. It's definitely not as fun. But
I would say the worst time to bet is week 1 of the NFL season because you're like, oh yeah, this team looked really good in training camp. Like Drew Brees is gonna probably fire it out, and then all the teams that you think are gonna win just like completely shit the bed. It's crazy, but
good advice, though.
Yeah.
So maybe only bet $100 instead of $1,000.
There you go. Yeah, and then if you win, maybe double up on that, and then if you get hot, you cash out when you can.
I'm gonna be tweeting that to you.
All right. I got some good ones this weekend, so we'll see.
I'm gonna put you on the spot here. So we were kind of talking about the best stuff of the decade. What's going on? I mean, it's the New Year episode.
Yeah,
it's January 2nd was good. So what's the best team you think was like a most relied team this past decade that like you could rely on winning money?
Honestly, Boston teams. We're kind of spoiled just being from Boston.
And it's not even being biased. It's just the truth.
It's really not. Yeah, like sometimes it's hard. Like sometimes it's hard not betting on your team all the time. But when they win and they win a lot, I mean, the Red Sox. I remember one year, the 2017 won the World Series. I just rode them out all year, and they were dogs multiple times. And I made some nice coin off them that year. And then this year, though, flipped the script. I started out with them. I'm like, I'm going to do the same thing. And I started off not too hot. And before you know it, I was done with them.
We got a Yankees fan here. He didn't hop on the train last year.
Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck the Yankees.
Bet against them.
Yeah, bet against them.
Yeah.
Jose Altuve home run film.
The 2018 Red Sox with 108 wins. They were pretty money that year for bettors,
I'd just say the Patriots in general. You know, I mean, obviously,
against the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't get it. Even this week, we'll get that. We'll get that further in the episode, talking about the spread there. But even like last week, where I'm sitting in the parking lot. Yes, I was at the game. Yes, it sucked and everything. But they're like, it's moving up to a 16.5 point spread, and I'm like, all right, yeah, they lost. Like the aftermath, you guys, all you guys can say that now. But like 11 a.m. that day, I'm like 16.5. Why not? They can cover that. They've covered that before.
They've done it,
yeah,
plenty of times.
They've been there and done that.
Yeah.
So so we're gonna hop into our best and worst moments of the decade. We'll start with our we're talking about sports games here. So I'll start with mine. I mean, I'm gonna save the Super Bowl in 2014 and 2016 for the rest of them. I'm gonna bring up an honorable mention. When after the Boston Red Sox in 2018 and the LDS lost and it was 1-1 to New York, they started playing the New York song, and then Brock Holt, a bona fide little leaguer, hit for the cycle in a 16-1 win over the Yankees, and then ended up winning the series and going on to win the World Series. I would probably say that's one of the better games of all time. So we're right there.
Credit that,
at least you guys agree on that.
We did the homework.
That was not a good day for me.
Yep.
I had 5 of them, and for the 5th game, I had the Cubs Indians game 7.
Oh, with the
had no
Rajay,
factor, but
Rajay Davis.
Ridiculous.
Back
Each team
forth.
they brought in Andrew Miller. Fucking David Ross took him to the fucking moon. Like, what do you mean? Chapman comes in. Rajay Davis takes him to the moon.
5'8".
That was the most heroic thing I've ever seen.
That was unbelievable.
He was from his knee.
I just thought the Cubs were the curse is real at that point. I was like, they'll never win again.
Not a fucking prick.
Never. But
even if you remember, Chris Bryant got the last out in his hand, and he was already crying when he was throwing the ball. And I'm like, is this guy gonna throw it away? Is this gonna keep going?
First row, baby. First row.
That shit was crazy. At the end, you guys got a best game or anything? You guys put that up there?
I do. I had I got 3. I'll give you my number 3. It was the Patriots in 2013 versus the Saints. I might have been a primetime game.
The Kembrell Tompkins.
That was sweet. Yep. It It was just epic Brady, classic Brady.
Back
goes
in the
down,
end zone.
Saints think they got it. Brady goes down, 5 seconds left, hits Kimbrel Tompkins in the back of the end zone
for fuck's
with
sake.
Zolak on the call. That was unbelievable. Kimbrel Tompkins.
That guy's
what did
chefing
that
up
guy-
something at Popeyes right now,
Kimbrel Tompkins, everybody
Yeah, I think
remembered
he
as a Patriot for
bag
that one
my
catch.
stuff and stuff and shop.
It
Yeah.
was great. Brady going nuts. That was good. Another one, I'll bring it to the ice on this one. The 2013 Bruins Leafs are down 4-1 going in the third period. 10 minutes left. They score 3 to tie it. 2 in the last 2 minutes. And then I think Horton got in overtime, right, to win?
Yeah.
Was it
Bergeron?
Bergeron? There we go. That's the
Bergeron.
director.
There it is.
That's great.
There we go.
Great fact check guy right there. But anyways, I was sitting in my buddy's apartment, and my buddy's girlfriend went to the bathroom when it was 4-1. And then it's funny, and so they scored the first goal 4-2, and she stayed there for a little longer time. And they scored 4-3, and we're like, "Yo, we're like, yo, stay in the bathroom, stay in the bathroom." I mean, the rest is history. She stayed in for the entire time. We went 5-4, advance on. It's just a shame. I mean, the Chicago Blackhawks. I'll leave that. Actually, that might be a good promo for the worst games.
Yeah, I think I might have actually had that.
Same
on
thing
my,
happened.
That's
my worst
Falcons
games.
to my buddy. He was feeling sick when they were down 28-3. Took a nap in my bed. We're all going nuts when they're making the comeback. He's knocking on the door. We're like, Pete, you're not coming out.
Fuck off, buddy.
You're not coming out.
He
missed the best game.
That was the 28-3 Patriots
28-3
Falcons.
Falcons.
that same game, they were down, and I was like, we're sitting in my college apartment. I think I was a junior at the time, packed with 30 people in it. Living room probably the size of. Smaller than this room, but we got 30 people in the living room. I'm like, something's got to be done. So I went pants down the rest of the game. I came back and won. I was like, stay down.
Like bare ass, or you have some draws?
I had some draws.
Okay,
so
okay,
I was
good.
pants down at the ankles watching the whole game.
If it had to be done, it would have had to be done.
It had to happen, yeah.
Stick with rituals when things are working.
Then in excitement, we threw the TV off the back porch and I stormed the quad until the cops started throwing smoke grenades at us. That's Fitchburg. That's Fitchburg State in a nutshell.
Gotta let it rip. That's beautiful.
Poor TV.
I know. I was down in Florida during that game at Disney, and there's Atlanta fans to our right, there's Jets fans to our left, and you'll never guess who we were as fans. It was the Jets who were like, haha, you guys are losing. Yeah. We're like, where the hell are you guys? Yeah. And then at the end of the game, it was ghost town to my right and left. Yeah. So we're all going nuts.
What was the worst game you were going to bring up?
I brought up, that one, but we'll bring up the elephant in the room, the most recent one. Game 7, Bees, Blues. First period.
Yeah.
Bruins completely outplayed them.
Beard should not be here.
Yeah.
I had $100 Wu-Tang Clan tickets for that night, and I didn't go to the concert to watch that game.
Even worse, I didn't know.
And no one bought my ticket. That was the saddest day of my life. That was the
wasted Bruins to lose.
So I had to listen to that a fucking billion times. I hated that.
Long story short, we're sitting at the Irish pub for Game 7. There's a full audience in there. We have a chair where we have clippers in someone's car in the back. They win that game. Steele shaves his beard. You see that fucking beard right there?
That day disgusted me.
It didn't happen. We had our heads down. The beard's still there. I guess we're still here, waiting for another goddamn Stanley Cup coming this way.
See you in June.
Yeah, we'll see you in February at the parade, though.
I hope so. Cause
one step at a time. Yeah.
I had a lot riding on that Bruins Game 7 last year, too. I had a Bruins future to win the Cup, and then I put them on to win the series, and then I doubled down on Game 7, too, because I was like,
See, are you a hedge guy at all?
I'm not. I don't even really understand it, to be honest. Yeah, it's tough.
I'm
trying
not
to
sure
figure
you know
out
the
numbers
logistics
and all
of it.
that.
Yeah. But I mean, if you're gonna just have balls to bet, you gotta just like you said, let it rip.
Yeah,
double down, get it going.
What's the point of bailing last second?
Yeah.
But I did throw another Bruins future to win the Cup this year.
Plus
800. So
we'll see. The whole thing with that is that
they
had such an easy path in the Eastern Conference.
It's like Tampa.
Another one of the best games, 2011 Game 7 versus the Canucks. When we win the Cup,
great game. Yeah,
we can bring up some good here.
Positivity.
City to the ground.
Fuck Alex Burrows forever.
Yeah, he's an absolute dirtbag. And who's Aaron Rome? He stepped up on Nathan Horton.
I think we win that game 8-1.
Yeah,
I think we.
But that kind of set everything off. Then Horton comes back, sprinkles the water on the ice.
Beautiful. Win 4-0 massacre.
Last one I'll bring up here is we're gonna move on to the court here. Game 7, I bring it up because I was in attendance. Eastern Conference Finals, Game 7, but against LeBron.
Also on my list.
So the Celtics were just dominating the whole time. Jason Tatum dunks on LeBron. The whole Garden's going berserk. And then all of a sudden, the Celtics just can't hit another shot.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, we're on to the Patriots season. It was madness. It was
I think it was Terry Rozier was like 1 for 11.
Yeah,
he had been going off all series.
Yeah, scary Terry in the playoffs.
The one game he just couldn't stop.
I can't hate him. He was that whole Drew Bledsoe thing of like just trolling. That was one of the greatest things I've ever seen in terms of trolling.
That was sick, yeah.
That was monumental. Does anyone have any more games or?
I would just since Anton's not here, our local better.
We'll
give him the word.
I mean, one we wish you were here. Seahawks win, like they're all there.
He's our degenerate guy. But
Malcolm Butler for the kids.
2013 ALCS was actually a great one too. Big Papi hitting the grand slam in the eighth, and Torrey Hunter flipping over the bullpen wall.
The cop going up looking
like Walter White. That was like an all-time picture. Yeah. That was a great game. Yeah. I mean,
excellent.
That guy's a celebrity
David
now.
Ortiz. Yeah, that security guard had himself a day.
So now we're on to best bets. I'm gonna start right here. Within the last year, we had the Kentucky Derby. Maximum Security looked like he came out with the win there, but oh no, DQs came to play this year's Kentucky Derby. And 65-1 Country House took it home. I think I had $40 on it. I won a quick $3,000. Nice. And,
I didn't know you won on that.
Oh yeah, I did.
Shit.
It was
that makes it even
so
better.
I'll tell you the whole scheme. So I'm sitting there. I'm working on a Saturday. Obviously, that's fucking miserable. I'm sitting down where we're watching it. Me and my coworkers, and I see this Country House guy like coming in last place. I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, like that whole like pick play. I'm calling it a pick play because that's what happens. So he ends up coming in second, and I'm like, yo, if this gets DQ'd, then like, and he wins, because like if that pick play didn't happen, he was coming in last. He was coming straight last. No, like if you watch it, like he benefited from it probably more than the. Well, I mean, I guess the guy won without the DQ, but once they DQ'd him, I was driving on the way home. I think it was like 93, whatever. I hear it on the radio that they switched it. I get a phone call from like my boss. He's like, yo, you won. I pulled over. I had to pull over on the highway, and I just started screaming. I was like, let's go. That was some madness. That was crazy. Anyone have a big bet that they won this year? Because it's kind of.
I did have a big bet last year. Pat's Super Bowl. Hammered them in the Super Bowl, but it wasn't even that. I had an Edelman MVP prop, plus 1,500.
Oh.
I was going berserk when he won it. With the Pats, it was a couple G's. Yeah, it was a big win. Yeah.
Anyone who had the punter, Ryan Allen, got snubbed.
Yeah.
I'll say that right now.
He was the MVP.
That was a work of art. Yeah.
It was a tough game to see, but.
Oh yeah, that was boring as shit. That was horrible. It was. Yeah. So we'll transition on. Obviously, we got a big weekend coming up with the NFL. NFL wild card weekend where, the New England Patriots aren't too used to playing. But, I mean, they're here. Like I said, we're still here. So we got the number 6 Tennessee Titans coming in with a firepower cannon of an arm and quarterback Ryan Tannehill. 9-7 coming in to Gillette to play the New England Patriots. -4. 12-4 on the season. I mean, the whole tough Miami loss, that was why they're here. And, I kind of like the Patriots here. I mean, it's kind of bouncing, -4, -5. It's going to come down to the wire, man. But I think Tom Brady's potential last game at Gillette Stadium, I think he could really get this done. What do you think?
They're going to be ready for fucking war, man.
Yeah.
I'm all in. I'm all in on
There's
Tom.
no way they're going down to the fucking Titans.
Tom's going to release a picture or a video within like the next 2 days, and it is going to have me ready for battle.
Yeah. There's a storm coming. There's actually a storm coming.
He is a storm.
Like snow?
No, rain.
Rain, Saturday.
Which stinks because they have the biggest running back in the league. Which
Derrick Henry is.
I might play many men 1,000 times on Saturday.
Yeah. I need those fire songs.
Yeah. Oh my God. When he played Many Men last year, I was like, that's just like
I said, if Derrick Henry and Kimbo Slice, R.I.P. walk into a bar, you head for the hills.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Patriots are gonna head for the hills this Sunday. I think they're gonna have a good run defense forward. The whole thing is, does Gilmore show up? He didn't show up last week.
Yeah, he did not
A.J. Brown.
He got torched by Devontae Parker there. I was also at the game on Sunday as well, and from what my eyes tell me, the Patriots aren't going to win this game, but we've been in this spot so many times before that You can't not take the Patriots here. I think the Patriots come out and they end up winning this game by like 20. It's just you run into a red-hot Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, but somehow, some way, they're going to have a scheme.
How funny is that we're saying the red-hot Ryan Tannehill?
He's been red-hot.
Oh, my God.
But
he's got a playoff game in Gillette, dude.
I'm sick of it.
I got a stat for you guys that might make you feel a little better. Bill Belichick, 11-0 versus quarterbacks making their first career playoff start. And Ryan Tannehill this week.
Love it.
I'm going to back the Patriots here.
Vrabel worries me though. He does worry me.
Like I said, I think I said in the first
week
of the show.
More than anyone in that
the first week of the show, I said he might put on some like a helmet, some shoulder pads. He might go play.
What's that bet he made at the beginning of the year? Something he'll cut his dick off or something if they win the Super Bowl? Didn't he say that?
That'd be nuts.
I could have sworn he said that.
Sure.
I checked the tapes.
Let's go.
I swear to God, he said if they win a Super Bowl,
I picture Mike Vrabel.
Look that up for me, Jamie.
I picture Mike Vrabel at Titans practice with a helmet and shoulder pads on, running Oklahoma drills against his own team.
With Derrick Henry, he's like, you can't stop this guy.
That's what he reminds me of, just some guy you want to play for.
Me and Steele were in Nashville last year for the Pats Tennessee game. And what was the kid that came back from halftime? We're like, all right, the Patriots going to come back and win, even though it's a regular season game.
Oh, dude. This kid had like the biggest giant like turkey leg, and he lifts it like this in the air, and the crowd went berserk. And I was like,
had
oh,
no chance.
If
that kid's in Foxborough on Sunday, we are screwed. We are screwed.
But then obviously we lost and walked up to every Pats fan and was like, see you at the parade, whatever.
What
and then we beat the Rams in the Super Bowl or whatever.
It's like a Nashville thing.
I
guess we wouldn't understand.
Red Wings to like the fish or
whatever. Yeah, it's just like a custom. They got Southern food there. Well, that place is amazing.
Yeah, go to that.
I've heard nice things.
Nice.
So we'll look a little bit more into the road here. So
I'm getting word that is a fact. He said he'd chop his dick off if they win the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Mike Vrabel was asked, "Would you cut your dick off to win a Super Bowl?" He goes, "Been married 20 years. Yeah, probably."
I'm officially scared.
That's a guy I want to play for.
Oh my God, might be.
They're talking about that.
Yeah, might be regretting that pick right there.
That's the first good sports knowledge I've known all
great.
fucking season.
Great,
long.
Gardner.
Thank you.
Great stuff, Gardner.
Right.
That's a game changer.
Yeah, that's crazy shit. So if the Patriots, if they win this game, they have to go on the road to Kansas City, then they have to go on the road to Baltimore. How do we feel about that?
I don't love any of it. The road's not easy.
I was much more worried about playing at Arrowhead last year than I am this year.
Yeah, I think we can beat. I think we can beat the Chiefs.
Baltimore is going to be tough.
Baltimore's going to be tough.
It's definitely not an easy road, but I mean, it's never easy. You always got to go through adversity, so I only think it helps them out. Kansas City, I'm not worried about.
Yeah,
honestly, they're a bunch of scumbags. You see them put Brady's jersey in the aisle and walk.
They talk about having.
They're the worst fans around.
They want to have Ryan Tannehill hit the no, not Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Fitzpatrick hit the thing like before the game. Because he won the game last week, so they got the first round bye.
Ravens do worry me a little, just because I haven't seen any weakness yet. Dude. Yeah, Lamar Jackson has just been tearing it up.
I'll tell you right now,
unless he gets hurt.
This isn't unbiased. Like
don't break that guy's clap.
Yeah,
real quick. Yeah,
the hardest thing to do beat the Patriots twice, man. Not a lot of teams have done that shit, man. I looked it up. It's only happened once in the last 15 years, and it was the Broncos the last time they won the Super Bowl. Peyton Manning.
Yeah, no one makes adjustments better than Belichick and the Pats. So
I think the big thing for the Ravens, just looking ahead here, if they were able to get by, is if we need Buffalo to beat Houston, because Buffalo, even if they lose to the Ravens, they will beat the shit out of them. Yeah, I mean, physicality and everything. And that leads me to our next bet here. We got the number 5 Buffalo Bills, 10-6, going on the road against the bad boy number 4 Houston Texans. You heard the way I was talking. Houston's got a -2.5 favorite right here. I'm going Bills as our first dog of the week. I think they're going to come in, play some nose-hard football, and get the job done on the road.
It's there. I think it's going to be a shitty day if you're a Texans fan. You're not going to enjoy watching this game. The defense for the Bills is great. But I just don't know if Josh Allen's going to be able to pull it out at the end.
I just think the Houston Texans, 4:30 on the first Saturday of Wild Card Weekend, is just the time where they get the brakes blown off them every single year.
Yeah, no, the Texans.
They've probably played the last they probably played like
that's
the last
different
4.
than the Buffalo
That's
Bills.
true. That's true.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also on the Bills. I think the Bills went outright this game. They haven't won a playoff game since '95, so I think the motivation has to be there for them to finally, get back. Stop being the laughing stock of the AFC.
It's a team they stand a shot with too.
And they do, yeah. I mean, Texans gonna be. Looks like Will Fuller's doubtful. He's not gonna play. And I just think Bill O'Brien's a bonehead. I think he's going to somehow blow this game somehow.
He was close to bonehead of the week a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
He's somehow going to blow this game.
Deshaun can throw some turnovers as well.
Yeah.
He can get that.
Deshaun's good, but I think the Bills' defense is stingy enough to shut him down. And the Bills have traveled well on the road this year, 6-2 on the road. So I trust Josh Allen in this game. I think he does just enough to get it done.
I trust their running game. I trust Cole Beasley, and I trust their defense. I'm not there on Josh Allen yet.
I think he can get it done with his legs.
Yeah,
I think he does just enough.
Exactly. I think Beasley's been big for him because you need a check down guy. I mean, he's not an Edelman, but he's a check down guy.
Beasley's the worst.
Yeah. He puts it in deep.
Dude, he's like
he played really good against the
I get
Patriots.
that. I know.
The Bees
He's been good, but he's.
I feel bad because we're in the division.
Poor man's Westwell.
Yeah. Like
an ugly man's Julian Edelman. There we go. No, I wish they weren't on a division because I would love to see a Buffalo Bills home playoff game. Yeah. That those people would. There'd probably be like 10 people killed.
Bananas. No one circles the wagon like the Bills.
Absolutely.
They'll be fired up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They'll probably still be at the fucking stadium.
They'll be there.
Bills Mafia travels deep.
They'll be everywhere.
Pinto Joe, whatever his name is.
See the dude who gets his
the mustard. Yeah.
I guess I was reading more into it. They give him give him a shower every game before, so he's not walking in there with mustard and ketchup on. And I'm like, that sounds right, but I don't know.
Yeah, fuck
that. I don't know. I was like,
that might have turned around the franchise.
Yeah.
They're not ready anymore.
Yeah, they didn't let the mustard and ketchup guy in. Now they're winning games. It might change everything.
So we'll transition on into the NFC. We got the number 6 Minnesota Vikings at 10-6 going against the number 3 New Orleans Saints, which is kind of like the Patriots, being a number 3 seed as the New Orleans Saints of the year they had. I mean, a 13-3. This is a tough matchup for the Vikings here. We got this -7 with the Saints. I got to side with the home team here. I think the Vikings just. Unless Dalvin Cook can get going, there's nothing really Kirk Cousins can do right to win a playoff game.
There's going to be one game someday where Kirk Cousins just has that day.
Yeah, the big thing is...
And I'm going to be betting against him 100%.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, but
it's
one
not
day
at
he's
1
going to do
o'clock.
it.
I mean, it's at 1 o'clock. That's a big thing. That guy just can't play at night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, you put the lights on that guy. It's over.
I feel like Kirk Cousins always goes off at 1 o'clock on a Sunday against the Bills or the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Kirk Cousins had a big day today, but...
As a Stephon Diggs fantasy owner.
Yeah, I know. I mean, honestly, I don't love the spread here. I really like the over, though. I'm big on the over. I grabbed it at 48 early in the week. I think it's up to 49.5. Still like it, but... Saints have been averaging 36 points per game since week 11. Their offense has been.
Follow this guy. This guy knows his fucking.
I mean,
I'm betting with this. I'm betting with Coco's crew.
I'd say over.
You know your shit. Yeah. You got your. That's what I like to see.
I do my research, man.
Fuck yeah. You're gonna win some money this week and this year.
Saints offense has been clicking, and I think Kirk Cousins. He could shit the bed here. He could have a big game, less than likely. That's why I don't like the spread. 8's such a big number. I'd probably have to take the Vikings, but I think the Saints win and win easily. And the Vikings do enough to get the over 48. Yeah. So I'm back in the over here.
Big thing, I just think Dalvin Cook makes such a difference in offense. The team's so different when he's on the field in terms of when he's not. Because, they played Sean Mannion. I guess week 17 doesn't matter, but they've had some tough losses this year.
That Vikings team has a good roster. They have some athletes. I just think they haven't put it together yet.
This is also on Stephon Diggs' revenge game. This was 2 years ago.
These are
Minneapolis
two
Miracle.
Giant losers. Yes. Both known choke artists.
Yeah, definitely.
What's up, Benju?
Let's just keep going.
Yeah. So now we got the number 5 Seattle Seahawks. They're favored by 1 on the road, 11-5. They're at the Philadelphia Eagles, who won the NFC least here. 9-7. I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the Cowboys. I don't like any of them.
I agree.
I think Russell Wilson comes in here. Marshawn Lynch gets 2 rush TDs, and I think they win by like 10 points. It's like a -1 spread. I get they're on the road, but that's just ridiculous.
Seattle 7-1 on the road.
Yeah, very good on the road.
Here
this
for
year.
it.
Yeah, the line's honestly almost like too good to be true. Like when it first came out, I jumped all over it. I hammered it because I thought it was gonna go up. I'm still on the Seahawks, but I just don't see how this banged up Eagles team can get the job done.
Yeah,
It's Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. I mean, like you said, 7-1 on the road. They travel very well. Pete Carroll too, lifetime 5-0 against the Eagles with the Seahawks. So I don't see the Eagles getting it done, even though the Eagles do play the underdog role very well, as we saw a few years ago.
Sadly, we know.
Yeah,
They
but,
like those dog masks.
Yeah, no, those are nice. I just don't think they have the
Fuck Lane
same.
Johnson.
They're not healthy enough. I think their run's gonna end here, and Seahawks victory this weekend.
So outside of a couple spreads, I think we all agreed on the Pats, the Bills, the Saints, and the Seahawks. I think we're all there. Not just on the just like straight up. Like if you're
I don't see anything crazy really happen this weekend. I think the better teams get it done. Even though the Saints, they've been cursed with some bad officiating, but I think they beat the Vikings.
That'll happen later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they'll win this game, and then it
blows my mind
later.
too how the Packers are the 2 seed in the East. Like, how did that happen? The Saints are 10 times better than the Packers, and the Packers somehow grabbed the 2 seed.
Looking at this right here, like I didn't really know. These are very fucking good games for wild card games. I feel bad for every team in here that's gonna minus the Eagles. The Eagles seem like they snuck.
There's really no cupcake. Yeah, I guess you could say.
I don't know.
Eagles. They've had a tough year.
Yeah.
But there really are no
The Cowboys
cupcakes.
had that division for like 14 weeks.
They
went up
choked.
last second.
Poor James Askins. Maybe next time the Eagles turn.
Yeah, the Heels turn. Yeah, that loser over there. Enjoy the playoffs, buddy.
Yeah. Hotel California.
Fuck Hotel California.
Number 7 podcast out of 2.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Check those Apple records.
Yeah.
We're
Magic
high
Mike,
on the podcast.
you got something going good for your minute today?
Oh, I got quite a minute today to start the new year. We're gonna bring in. I got some friends with me.
All right, we'll bring it to there right now. We'll get the Magic Mike minute going right now. We're here right now. Our correspondent, Magic Mike, as he just won a sweepstakes over the Christmas holiday on PokerStars.net. You got a free trip to Miami Beach. What's going on, Magic Mike? You in South Beach right now?
Oh, I'm in South Beach right now. Hell yeah, it's a beautiful fucking weather down here. Beautiful way to start 2020. How you guys doing back in the cold?
We're hanging in there, man. It was 46 today, pretty nice though. Are you down with that? Even like friends or anything? Like you got people down there?
Of course, I hit up my good friend from Jacksonville, Gardner, because their season's done. So Gardner. He's coming in right now with a beer, I think. He's coming in. You got a beer?
Hey,
what? Who's got a beer?
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
Who are you? Who are you guys?
Well, I'm God to miss you. I'm here to drink a beer.
Yeah?
I'm God to miss you, and I'm here to drink a beer.
All right, we'll drink your beers.
You're an imposter. Where's your lettuce?
My beer's not open, fellas.
It's going to be a problem. You know what? I came across this like newfound idea just to throw people off.
Mm-hmm.
Because how many times do you go to a place and you ask for a coffee, right?
Quite a lot.
Like,
Quite a lot. I run off coffee.
I got a large espresso this morning.
How do you order it though? Like you get up there and you're asking like sometimes you fumble it because you're inside your head and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get this fucking thing and then I'm gonna get cream on it, and then you get up there and you fucking fuck it up and you say everything backwards, but the lady behind the counter is looking at you like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
What's your order?
But anyways.
Mustache already?
Yeah. I actually shaved my mustache and I donated to charity for the off season. So.
Hey, there we go. All right.
Yeah. I'll be growing it back. I still have the hair though.
What was the end of your story? How do you order your coffee?
Well, when I get in there, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is. Like I just like, hey guys, let me get one of those large ice BBCs.
Big black coffee.
They're looking at me like they're like, oh hey, what the fuck? Like, you mean me? No, actually just.
The off season's been treating him well, huh?
I was looking just for a large ice big black coffee. You know, like the biggest one you got.
Philip
It's
Rivers,
back there
you're not
somewhere.
fooling anyone over there. I know what you're doing this offseason.
What's he doing?
He's just letting himself go.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's what are you doing?
What's going on?
You can take him on. All right.
Yeah, we're at the beach right now. You might as well, get comfortable.
Might as well go for
Take off the sleeves, It's a little tougher than you think, but hey, we're good. We got it. We're rocking it. Happy New Year's, everyone. We're here to-
You look good.
Thank you.
Show your fucking nipples.
Show your dick. Show your dick.
What the hell's going on in those jockstrap pants right there?
You know, man, I just been living my best life.
Damn right you have been. So the off-season's treating you well then? We're going to have a good time in Miami
You
this
know what?
weekend?
Hey, you know what? You guys just named off all those stats about getting the touchdown and yards, 300, almost 300 yards. But you forgot about one thing. I got fucking 7 yards rushing. All right? You know what I did when I was fucking in high school?
What'd you do?
I scored 1 point in my high school basketball career. I went 1 for 2 on a foul shot. They Chuck E. Cheese on, high socks, mullet, white boy, and I just I drained the first when the crowd went wild. They knew, like, oh, Tyler just hit his first high school.
Tyler who?
Who the fuck's Tyler?
Oh God!
Hey, you are Yeah, I knew you weren't the real one. You know what? When I was 11 years old, I was smoking cigarettes. Like a true Jackson Road. Alright, well, we found out who the real imposter
Yeah.
was.
I guess that guy's just a regular
I got
guy.
plastic in my jock strap.
His dick's, that bulge isn't even real. He's a fucking imposter.
Phony.
This is the real Garner. Look at that flow.
People's champion.
You won't even show your nipples on here.
I don't even know if you're in the shot, man. Alright, we're gonna go catch some beach time. Probably go tanning with the ladies. I'm gonna be hanging with the real Garner. I don't know. I'll see you on the streets tonight after I get out of the strip club. You almost bum.
I don't think I've ever wanted to give somebody more of a beating in my entire life.
Stone Cold Steve Sonner.
So we're back from that Minshew fiasco, whatever that was. Thanks a lot, Magic Mike, right there. That was
Yeah, those are my friends, for better or worse.
yeah. Well, now we'll get into this week's Bonehead of the Week. And I mean, without further ado, it couldn't go to anyone more deserving in the 30 for 30 man. Actually, 33 for 30 man, whatever we want to call it. Jameis Winston, the Tampa Bay Bucks quarterback, to walk it off. Everyone was talking, is he going to get the 30th one? A pick six on his own 40 for the Falcons to go and score. Game winner for the Falcons. Pick six, clinches to 30 INTs. So what do we think about that, fellas?
Florida State scum. Love it. Love it.
That's an impressive way for even he could. You couldn't write that ending for him. I don't think.
No, it was honestly the perfect way for
couldn't believe
their season to end. Like I couldn't believe it. Like I thought it was a joke.
Yeah,
I'm
he
like,
probably
this,
did it on
there's
purpose.
no way.
Crab.
But I've always hated Jameis Winston. If we're
Oh,
being
the
honest,
worst.
ever since Florida State, I was like, this guy
worst.
stinks.
That was Florida State guys,
This
so
guy
I
stinks.
stand by the guy's side. But he's definitely this week's bonehead. I mean, crab legs in football, that's what Jameis Winston does.
Even the W.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's grown
Louisiana.
on me though. He almost like is like a modern day Manny Ramirez, like Manny being Manny, like it's just Jameis being Jameis.
Yeah.
Like
That Houston game, that was must-watch TV because you didn't know where the ball was going to go to. I think he had 4 touchdown passes, like 5
Something
picks,
like
something
that. Yeah,
crazy like
insane.
that. But he came after the game, like at the end of the year press conference. They're just like, oh, because he led the league in passing yards. He was second in the
he
TD
did.
passes.
When your team's bad, though, you throw the ball.
He said, all I need to
30
do,
fucking picks.
all I need to do is get better at my turnover ratio.
Yeah.
It's like, no shit.
How about the Bruce Arians slapback too?
Oh, yeah.
If we
I
come
think
with
he's
this
done.
guy, we come up with
Yeah.
anyone. I was like, oh, okay.
I think he's gonna take Eli Manning's job next year. I'm gonna call that right now. I think he's gonna go on the
Eli?
Giants. He's gonna go on the Giants and just back up Danny Dimes. He's just gonna back him up.
I'm
I
here
know-
for that. I hope he never
I know
plays
the
another NFL snap.
the
Fuck
PFT
that guy.
dudes from Barstool been saying it, but he probably is a future Hall of Famer just because of his stats. Like he has more passing yards than Peyton Manning and touchdowns at that age.
Yeah,
that's
so
insane.
It's like
and
the-
you
it's
wouldn't think anything of it. I mean,
it's the Phillip Rivers effect. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So it's crazy.
It's like that eating the W thing. Like I don't know where the stat is now, but like they're like 3 and like 17. It's like a ridiculously bad like number.
That couldn't have gotten like any less fired up if I was on.
Yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible.
I wrote down right here. I said this guy actually slaps probably my favorite bonehead of the week, and like that couldn't be more true.
Yeah.
He's a cool. He makes being a bonehead look cool.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Somehow,
he just does.
some way. I mean,
He's a cool bonehead.
He's just all about. He should be getting like action films. You know what I mean? Like he's just all about action. He really
I
is.
agree. He'll probably be the next Rock somehow.
He's a thief.
I don't know.
I mean, that guy in his career is gonna look like an offensive tackle. Come on.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, he's got to hit the training,
Yeah.
the off-season training hard. This
I mean, I
year.
used a crab leg joke once, so maybe like calamari throwing. He's probably a big seafood guy. I mean, you're in the seafood section stealing shit. Like you think that's the only thing he stole? You should have checked his ass after that.
You gotta like it to steal it, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, it must be.
Yeah. So that was my bonehead of the week. Stay, what do we got for your salute this week?
Joe motherfucking Burrow. Literally just watched him murder the entire proud state of Oklahoma, and it was incredible to watch. I mean, in the first half, he basically had the greatest college football playoff game ever.
Yeah, easily. In
Yeah,
one half
it wasn't
of
even
football.
close. Yeah.
7 touchdown passes,
Yeah.
49 points. I blinked and I was like, damn.
That's first
dude,
half?
First half.
Yeah,
First
that's
half.
the first half.
he
And one
tore it
receiver, Justin Jefferson, I think his
Jefferson.
name was.
What do you have? 3
He
touchdowns?
had 4 touchdowns in the
Yeah.
first half.
Randy,
He ended up with,
Randy
like,
Moss's
14
kid had a touchdown.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
a
tight
He
end.
had a great day
He's
too.
right
a
down
beast.
there.
He's a big boy.
Thaddeus Moss.
Yeah.
Randy Moss named his son
The
Thaddeus.
game finished
Boss.
they scored
Curveball,
63 points, 63 to 28. He had, I think, what he finished with 7 TD passes, and then he ran one in, 493 yards passing. Man, that's
403 in the first half.
that's a prime time stuff.
And I'm a big guy, like, dude, I was watching that, and, like, I'm a big guy, like at 28-3, like, I would have stayed there. I would have, like, I'm a big, like, I was watching that, and I was like, dude, like, get the fuck out of there, like, Oklahoma fans. Like, why are you still there? Like, the dude with 4 touchdowns, Jefferson, he got his 4th touchdown with 9 minutes and 17 seconds left in the second quarter.
With some shout out to Randy Moss. That's some
That
Randy
is
Moss shit.
nonsense.
Yeah, that's a joke. I mean, Oklahoma had no business being in that game.
Not at
They're
all.
just overmatched.
No,
I mean,
it's a shame that Alabama lost to Auburn
it
because
is, 'cause
we
they
would have
would've-
had a rematch.
yeah,
I'm
they're
not
gonna
saying that
win.
LSU would have lost to them, but I'm just saying that
Right, no,
that's what
but,
the game
yeah.
should have been.
If
They should've.
there's a chance that if Utah won their conference championship, LSU would have played Utah. And
yeah,
good
and that team
Lord.
stinks.
Good Lord.
They just
They
got
stink.
the pumps braked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who they
LSU
play?
might have scored 100.
No, but I'm saying Utah played
Utah
someone the
lost.
other day.
I forget who it was.
Horrible, like it was
Texas.
a horrible team.
Texas
Yeah,
again.
Texas.
Yeah.
Sam
Texas
Alexander.
is back. Yeah, no, they stink too.
Disgusting.
Did McConaughey give a speech?
Probably,
he
yeah.
probably did. Yeah.
I love McConaughey.
Yeah,
he's
no,
the
he's,
best.
he's
No, they're like USC 30 for 30. Like Texas has like Roger Clemens and Matthew McConaughey give their like halftime
Yeah.
speech, and I was like, well, of course they won. Like obviously.
So speaking of Joe Burrow, speaking of the LSU Tigers, they had their first chance to win their first national title since 2007. I mean, we got LSU, Clemson, number 1, number 3, both 14-0 heading into. They're playing in New Orleans, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Home game.
Yeah.
So who do we like, guys? I mean, Clemson had a really good showing against Ohio State too. That game really went down to the wire. That was one of the better college football games I've seen in quite some time.
It was, and this game's tough. I mean, it's in New Orleans. It's right in LSU's backyard.
Yeah.
I don't see LSU losing this game, but I do love Clemson plus 6 points here. I really do think they make this a game. I mean, Trevor Lawrence 25-0. I don't care who he's played. The guy's 25-0.
Yeah.
Hasn't lost a game.
Sunshine.
That's what
Dabo-
happened to Jameis Winston though. Jameis Winston
It did, yeah.
won his first
And he got
20.
pummeled.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, if there's anyone who can slow down Burrow and LSU right now, I think it's Dabo and the Clemson D. I mean, they got the best D in the
Yeah.
country. I think somehow, some way, they'll slow down Burrow. But I still think LSU wins this game.
I was talking about this with someone the other day, and like I hate comparing college team like Alabama to like the Patriots or something.
Yeah.
But when you've been there and done that, like they've been there,
So
they've won the
many
national
times,
championship
yeah.
so many times. Especially this kid Lawrence already playing a national championship game. You started on the Ohio State game. You saw Ohio State eventually flake in a big game like that. I could see that happening. I'm still gonna side with Coach O, like raising
Yeah.
this national championship.
You can't hate that guy.
I think they cover -6. I think they win by like 10 points. But I think Clemson's gonna put on a hell of a show.
They're going to give everything they
Yeah.
got. I mean, some might say they're lucky to be in this game. Ohio State should have won. Yeah, they should have, but a bunch of bonehead mistakes that
Blew
led
it.
them not to be in this game.
Blew
But
it.
I still think, Clemson hangs
LSU,
around in this
down
one, but
goes
LSU
sunshine.
is one of the best college football teams I've seen in a
They're
long
all-
Oh yeah,
time.
they're gonna be one of the
offense
best ones
especially.
ever.
Yeah.
They're gonna be one of the best
The
ones
defense
ever.
can
yeah.
be exposed, so we'll see how
Yeah.
good Clemson can
Well,
do. against
Clemson let
them,
up some big plays last week, and I
They
think
did.
I think LSU lives off big
Yeah,
plays.
they do, yeah.
Like you said, 4 touchdowns in the first quarter and a quarter.
And they were all bombs.
Yeah, yeah,
I
and-
think one of them was
Yeah.
in like the red zone. The rest of them was just like.
I could see that it's gonna be a numbers game where it's gonna be like a 45 to 35 type game. I think this is how that goes.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be high
Definitely,
scoring.
yeah, it's gonna be a
definitely.
shootout for sure. I think the total's at 72 right
Yeah,
now.
it's
Really?
something like
Wow,
that.
it's
Something
not-
like
yeah.
that.
That's
yeah.
mental.
You going LSU? I'm assuming.
LSU all day. Right,
I'll go
down goes
Clemson just
sunshine.
to, I'll go
25-1.
Clemson to ride the other way,
yeah.
but I do. Yeah, I'll go Clemson. Fuck it.
The
I'd like LSU to win. Though.
Just
Yeah.
seeing Coach O go nuts.
I
man.
rooting
can't
against
root
Coach O.
against LSU and Coach
Yeah.
O.
You don't want him to
And
win
Joe
the national
Burrow.
title.
And
It's
it being in New
disgusting.
Orleans.
You're a
Yeah,
bad
he's-
person
yeah,
if you're rooting for Clemson. A bad
LSU
person.
just has the
Not
storybook
him, though.
ending lined up for him. I mean, it's right there, and all they
Fuck
gotta
it.
do
I'm
is
taking it back.
all they gotta do is not lay an
Go
egg.
Joe, baby.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What if that though? You
Go
beat
Tigers.
you beat Alabama and
In
Ohio
Bama.
State in the same year, and then if you lose the national championship, it's like for nothing.
Nothing.
It's like for nothing.
Yeah, for
This
nothing,
game
for
is
sure.
everything. That's why I think Clemson is going here as the defending champions, and it's kind of like, wow, we kind of have nothing to lose because
Yeah.
we won it last year.
Right,
LSU has everything to lose. That's another way to look at it.
Pressure.
I'm still taking LSU, but I think if Clemson won, I'd be the least a bit surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a major letdown if
Yeah.
LSU lost that game. Honestly, I'd hate to see it, even though I'm gonna take Clemson with the points. Also, the dog has covered in 6 straight national championships
Well,
too.
that's
So.
big.
Love
Yeah.
Especially last
Yeah,
year
yeah.
when Clemson pumped.
Yeah, no one saw that coming. So I mean, you can never really know what to expect from Clemson.
The
Here.
national championship in football is so weird because it's a Monday night game.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like
It's whack
It's
that
late,
they don't have
like-
the crystal ball anymore.
I
It's
know,
like one
I
of
know.
the best
yeah.
trophies in
Didn't
sports.
someone drop it one year?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
now it looks like it's like a trophy you
That
get.
thing
At,
sucks.
you get at a
Like, all the football
steakhouse.
trophy
Thanks.
blows.
It's like a trophy you get at a steakhouse if you eat like 3 pounds.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. 3 slices over at Bravo Pizza. You get one of those fucking
Oh yeah,
things.
big
It's
shout out to a future sponsor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legit.
Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna wrap up unless you got anything more to say, Magic Mike.
Keep rocking with this all decade. It's gonna be a fun decade. We,
Gonna
got
be a
some-
great
Hell yeah,
decade.
baby.
Gonna be
we
a
ain't
great
going nowhere. Don't be afraid to get hot. Except for me. If you're not first, you're last.
Get hot, stay hot.
one. Love it.
Get
I
hot,
love
stay
it.
hot. Ride Coco's crew till the end of time. I think we're gonna win some money
I'll
this year.
do the best I can to win everyone some money. I mean,
Thanks,
Fuck
folks,
yeah.
for tuning in. Hey, Coco, I want to give you a big appreciation here. For
Oh,
this.
yeah.
That means a lot.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
really appreciate it, guys.
When a
It's been an
Quincy
honor.
guy comes in here,
Yeah,
man,
oh,
it's
anytime.
always a good time.
Yeah, have me on anytime.
Yeah. We get some
Fuck it.
freaks
It's a
like
pleasure.
Costa over
Yeah.
there. So if anyone would like to write for a blog, man, or we're about to get some Steele Nazz t-shirts coming in any day now, correct, Magic Mike?
yeah.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's coming. We got
Send
sweatshirts,
me
we
in
got
for a
t-shirts.
large.
We got you, homie.
Alright.
Yeah, just let a dude know. You know, that's all from Steele Nazz, Mass Music Radio's Pioneer Podcast. One love, baby.